A tale of missed opportunities for the underdog, Barry Pinches, the world number 69, formerly 18 in the world rankings, up against Mark Williams, twice a world champion, who has pinched both of the opening two frames on the final black. Frames that Pinches had golden opportunities to win and failed to take.
We're just discussing the sort of the brown to blue there, Phil, as you mentioned. I don't know why Barry didn't just roll the white through a little bit further, leave himself straighter on the blue to screw back for the pink. As we look at Mark Williams in that picture, he just put himself under a bit of pressure, and then of course he went too far with the white and it left that tricky pink, and we've seen those miss before. The thing you had to do was make sure you were fairly straight on the pink, make it as easy as possible. Now he's put himself right under it.
Well, as much as the 2-0 deficit, and that's quite a lot in these best-of-7 matches, of course, is psychological damage, because he knows he should be leading 2-0. Mr. Brown in the opening frame, which was frame ball, and what a chance he had there after Mark Williams left a free ball when he was playing out of the snooker. Pinches really should have taken that one, but it's gone. He's got to put it out of his mind if he can. Concentrate on this third frame, which he surely has to win.
Well, there you go. 2-0 behind, but you know, that's the frame score. Only 6 points in it with the point scored. Exactly what we've just been saying.
We've now had 10 centuries, by the way, a couple more in recent times. Sanderson Lamb made one against Jamie Jones, an even 100. And Ian Burns has made one, that was a 120, that was earlier today. Ricky Walden has been joining the Century Club in more recent times against Patrick Einsel.
Wow, look at that. What a fluke.
Well, when you've spurned frame-winning opportunities, the balls come back to punish you, and as flukes go, that was pretty good. Twice across the table.
Well, I think Mark thinks he's got a big bounce off the side cushion there. He was playing on the red next to the black. He's gone too far, and now all he can do is play a safety shot.
Well, maybe a bit of justice done after the spectacular fluke. I'm sure Williams won't be thinking that way. He wants the job done and dusted as quickly as possible here.
Remember that one at the Crucible with Cliff Thorburn? That was a similar thing, that wasn't it? Went across the top cushion, and he made the first Crucible maximum.
Yeah, started with a fluke, and the rest was pure skill. Not amused with the bouncy cushion there, Williams, but I'm sure he'll be delighted to be 2-0 up. Could easily have been 2-0 behind. Yes, Adam Duffy still leading that century list, by the way, with his 1-3-3 against Scott Donaldson earlier today. But the standard is already pretty high. This match has been a largely scrappy affair so far. Jimmy White's pulled a frame back against Rod Lawler, so White still battling on at 3-2 behind now, and he's at the table on a break of 9 in the 6th frame as he looks to force a decider. Marco Fu is the latest player through. 4-1 winner over Alexander Ursenbacher. Ryan Day is 2-0 up against Robbie Williams. Take that, says Ryan. And the winner of the Marco Fu match, which of course is Marco Fu, because I've just told you he's won, is the aforementioned Whirlwind or Rod Lawler. And that'll be for a place in the last 32. Signature long red from Williams. Position could have been better. Higher.
Eight. 9.
Well, that only just wriggled in, but it's disappeared, and here is a chance for Williams to show how good he is in amongst the reds.
He's got one to the middle, he's got one to the corner here.
Mentioned earlier on that Williams is one of those players,
15.
and it's a very elite bunch to have made in excess of 300 century breaks, and that's despite the fact that he's never been a player who's been that concerned about compiling impressive stats. Many a time I've seen him made a frame safe, only to then just push the cue ball to the cushion and say, let's get on with the next one. In contrast, of course, his great friend Stephen Hendry was hungry to make as many centuries as he possibly could, but in spite of that approach, Williams still has well over 300. That's how good he is. 305 to be precise, and who knows, perhaps another one coming here.
I think you're right, actually, Phil. You're absolutely right. You know, once the frame was safe, he sort of backed off a little bit, didn't he? Not so Stephen Hendry. I mean, he could have probably made another 60 or 70 centuries, put that to his CV. I'd like to make one here and really take a grip on this match. You just felt this might happen. We've seen the two frames so far, and Barry's had chances in both of them. We thought 2-0 could become 3-0, then perhaps 4-0. And if Barry does lose this match 4-0, you can't say that he hasn't had chances.
36.
This time, though, Williams' chance entirely of his own making with that excellent long red and a fine black to follow.
37.
Might split the three reds here and really get them open. Always got them now.
44.
Jimmy White with a 29-point lead in the sixth frame against Rod Lawler, who leads 3-2. Fraser Patrick 3-0 up on Jack Lazowski. That's something of a surprise scoreline. Lazowski, who's been climbing the rankings in the last season or so.
$52.
But after that marathon
53.
second frame, Mike, this one looks in danger of being over in a matter of a few minutes.
Yeah, 3:37 and counting. He's already up to 53. This could be a double crit time.
There's always been an economy of effort with Williams. Everything seems so serene, so languid.
58. $59.
Similar to Ronnie, isn't he?
Very natural player.
Overdone that one slightly, though. He's looking at the pink now. Is he playing the yellow, actually, I think? To come round a couple of cushions.
Well, this is frame ball. Snooker's required then for Barry Pinches.
Well, if this doesn't go on the pink spot, he'll go just in front of the pink, actually, which is on the yellow spot. Ah, there we go. Well, he knows he's done enough, but one more red would help.
Just the one Snooker required as things stand.
61.
Well, that should be
62.
the end of this frame now, and we thought this could happen, and it's beginning to unfold, actually. It's beginning to become a nightmare here for Barry Pinches, when really he knows that he could have been leading 2-0.
67.
Could have been, should have been.
68.
Well, we know professional sports, whatever it is made up of ifs and buts and maybes.
40-minute plus frame that saw Williams
76.
take a 2-0 lead with his second consecutive black ball success. This one is going to last well under 10 minutes, I think. But it's going to be a similar result. The only question now is whether he'll complete yet another century.
83.
Well, he's going to need the yellow. Just look where it is, next to that pink.
84.
In fact, if he gets on the blue with this last red, he could play the cannon into the pink and yellow. Might think about that. Let's see, Jack Lazowski there in the background.
He's got to win 4 straight
91.
frames as Lazowski if he's going to turn things around against Fraser Patrick. It has been done before.
He's gone to hang on, wait for the
92.
side. Oh, well, I thought there might be a bit on that actually.
Touch of the Hurricane Higgins in that cue action, but didn't quite have the desired effect, so it looks as though the century will prove elusive.
He's got to get this yellow open. Unlucky. Well, he's not bothered. Oh, well,
there you go.
what you said. A bit earlier, Phil.
Williams concedes the foul, but with a break of 92, he'd already done more than enough to extend his lead to 3-0. It's a commanding lead for Mark Williams. He needs just one more frame for a place in the last 32 in Antwerp.